Okay, so now I'm having a look at a video. Coach Corey Wayne, do this when she backs away. Could go either way, this one, couldn't it?
Hi, I'm Coach Corey Wayne.
Hi, Coach Corey Wayne.
Video coaching newsletter. And the topic of this newsletter is going to be do this when she backs away. Now I want to talk about attracting women and re-attracting women when they've gone cold. I got an email here.
Re-attracting women when they've gone cold. What kind of women are you hanging out with? Like, you sure she's alive? Like, I mean, when people are not alive, their bodies tend to go cold, and it's very difficult to re-establish attraction if somebody's not living.
Hear from a guy who's written me previously, who had a girl that was dating. They were apparently a co-worker, and after 3 months of dating, she cut him off and broke up with him. And then so he's done what I've said. He's employed the article I wrote about how the best strategy to get an ex-lover back.
I think if somebody wants to go, let them leave. I don't think you should be wasting any of your time or energy or effort on attracting a lover back.
And so he's employed that. He's told her, he's basically said, I'm not interested in this. And he walked away, basically.
Yeah.
He's saying, hey, if you change your mind, give me a call. But I'm not.
No. If you change your mind. If you change your mind. Oh my God. I don't know what to say about that. If you change your mind.
And so she started calling him and texting him more, and it really seemed like she was really into him, and they even spent the night together one night. But now he writes me several days later, a week later, because she's not texting him as much, and her texts are getting shorter. And so he's confused about
what's there to be confused about? She's not that into him.
What to do. And the thing to understand about women in this situation, women that you're trying to re-attract, is that just sometimes they're going to be more into you than they're not, and you've got to make sure you give them the space, because our natural instinct as a man, just being the fact that we're goal and achievement, masculine energy is all about drive, achievement, accomplishing things. And so naturally as a man, when a woman you're talking to,
re-attract. I still can't get my head around this re-attract. Why would you need to re-attract anybody? It's not.
All of a sudden, she's not calling you as much, and she's not texting you as much
because she's not interested. She said she didn't want to be with him. So why are you trying to re-attract?
When you see that happening, your natural instinct is to want to do something to try to cause her to chase and pursue you more, so the relationship.
Oh, this is so complicated.
Goes back to the way it was. And the thing that you got to understand in these situations, especially when you're re-attracting a woman, is that if you had a lot of behaviors that turned her off in the past, a lot of weak behaviors that turned her off in the past, and then you start displaying behaviors of an alpha.
I don't know how much I can listen to this guy. He's got a very monotone type of voice, and if I just re-attract a woman, I can do... We're 2 minutes and 13 seconds in. I had fun the first minute in, and now you need to re-attract me a little bit. And this is his top rated video, or top watched video. Jesus.
A male or a dominant male, showing indifference. In other words, indifference is not being a dick or ignoring her. Indifference is simply you're happy if you have her, but you're just as happy if you don't have her.
So why would you need to re-attract her?
If she chooses somebody else, either way, no matter what she does, it doesn't affect you or diminish you in any way if she doesn't choose you or act.
Well, yeah, this all sounds good in theory, but so there's no need to re-attract then, is there?
The way you want her to act.
You see, you're playing... You see, this sounds like a game. This sounds like, oh, you don't want me? Okay, well, I'll pretend to not want you, and then you'll want me back, and... You don't want me? Okay, bye.
Just, you're the same no matter what. And as I've shared many times before, the article on how the fact that women are... Science has proven that women are more attracted to men whose feelings are unclear, and the thing that's going to cause...
Science has proven that women are more attracted to men who are unclear in how they feel.
her, which is counterintuitive to us guys. It's going to cause her to chase and pursue more when she doesn't hear from you is your inaction. Meaning she knows you like her and you want her, but what happens is she gets to a point, and when she starts...
This is game playing. I don't like game playing. The only winning move is not to play the game.
...to become afraid or become fearful of, or she has the realization that unless she reaches out to you when she's pushed you away, that she's never going to hear from you again. And if her interest level is still in the 50s...
Her interest level is in the 50s. She's not the weather. Bloody hell. Look, you're either into me or you're not. Look, let's go out for a drink. Oh, okay, cool. Don't worry. I'll find someone else. It's not a problem.
...contact you. And if it's below that, you'll never hear from her again. And so it's very tough to let go.
There is no 50, like, oh, well, today I'm into your 50%, so I'm not sure if I'm actually going to go. She's obviously not marriage material. Oh, we got married. Oh, I do, for better or worse. Oh, well, I said that day because I was feeling it 100%, but today I'm about 64%. I'm not too sure.
In essence, and wait for her to come back, and this will happen. There's like an ebb and flow of it. Whereas if you start to re-attract a girl and then she starts blowing your phone up and you spend a bunch of time...
A girl's either into you or she isn't. There's no need for re-attraction. Re-attraction?
...time together, and then all of a sudden you don't hear from her for a couple of days. A natural instinct...
If I don't hear from her for a couple of days, it's her loss. I'm a great guy. Why would you need to re-attract anybody?
...instinct is you want to pick up the phone and call her and find out why that's happening or why that's going on, and all you have to just do, especially if you've been dumped, is you don't pursue somebody who's dumped you, or when you want them more than they want you. When you've been dumped, you've been rejected, and you said, hey, I'm only interested...
It's really difficult listening to this man. It's so difficult. I mean, I've got quite a mundane kind of monotone voice, but you know, I spice it up a bit with interjecting sort of a bit of enthusiasm. Wow, we just have to listen to the rest of the video and you have to attract her, and then if she goes away you just re-attract her. She might not be feeling it 50%. I don't know if I'm gonna do that.
And you romantically, I'm not interested in friendship, but give me a call if you change your mind. And then she contacts you, you hang out, you hook up a few times.
This is... my heart's starting to beat fast. This is really frustrating and difficult to listen to.
What you gotta realize is as you're learning this stuff, you're probably gonna be making unnecessary mistakes, especially if you don't know the material that well. And I would say that's
What's the material? What material do you need?
Part of the problem with this guy here is that he simply doesn't know the material in my book well enough, and so when he's with her, he's still making stupid, unnecessary mistakes.
Stupid, unnecessary mistakes. Sounds like the relationship, not him.
More than likely, he's doing it without even realizing it, that are causing her to lose interest, and so...
Who cares if she loses interest? Goodbye, nice to meet you. Be polite about it. Yeah, okay, you had enough? Okay, cool. The door's over there, and if you want to text me to let me know you got back okay, that's okay. Or if not, fine, because we're not in a relationship anyway, so bye.
when they part ways, he's expecting her to call him the next day or that evening, and then he doesn't hear from her, or her texts are kind of lukewarm and just not really that...
I don't know what to say. We're nearly 5 minutes into an 11-minute video, and this makes no sense.
Don't seem to be that interested anymore. And we have to realize he just simply has to back off. But the thing you got to remember is the whole purpose of the communication device, the cell phone, email, texting, whatever form of messaging or contact that you use, is that you only use it to set appointments. And so you don't want to get into a situation...
Appointments? Jesus, I thought I was harsh. I still call them dates. But I mean, you're right, it is an appointment, but like, put a bit of romance into it.
Where you figure, hey, we just spent a bunch of time together, and now I can text her endlessly all day long, every day, because when you do that, you'll end up spending more time texting her than you actually will in person, and that's not a good sign.
Well, no, because then you're a pen pal, so yeah, what are you texting her for?
of when that happens. But the key to remember...
What is he looking at? Is he reading off something, or is he contemplating his next thought? I do that sometimes. I'll look up to the side.
Is that when she backs off is not to become unglued, but to actually expect it, because it's just the way it is. And a woman
I don't know.
needs to feel the space, and she needs to experience the silence of not talking to you, because it's in those...
That's exactly how I feel watching this video. That's exactly how I feel. I need to experience some silence from this man's voice.
Moments of your inaction that will cause her to chase you and pursue you more, and cause her to realize that, hey, if I don't do anything, this relationship is going to completely dissolve.
Like, I'm 6 minutes into hearing about this relationship and I can't stand it already. I want to be out of this relationship. And I don't even know the people.
In the 50% range, she won't let that happen.
50% range? Like, it's not the weather. It doesn't wane. It's not like, oh, well, today I feel like being with you and tomorrow I don't. And let's see what I feel like the day after.
He says, "Hi, Corey, it's me, Ray. I emailed you a week ago about this girl who cut me off first, but then came back after. I did follow your advice and everything seemed okay."
It seemed okay when they followed your advice, but then, what, something else went wrong? Maybe, like, when something's broken, it's broken, innit? Do you know what I mean? It's sort of like, you know, it takes two to tango. It's not like you're just this overwhelming presence and the girl just kind of like wraps herself around your finger. If you have got that, that is the perfect relationship to be in. But obviously this guy hasn't, so he needs to let go. You can't just oh, well, I'm the man today if I get her, and I'm not the man tomorrow if I don't. It just makes no sense.
Even spent a night together, and I say, great, good job. You followed my principles. You walked away by leaving the door open and saying, give me a call if you...
Don't leave the door open. If she doesn't want to talk to you, okay, nice to meet you, goodbye.
Change your mind, but I'm not interested in friendship, and so she came back. So this means that obviously her interest level is still in the 50s somewhere, so it means you still got a chance. And that's why she called you.
She called you because she wants attention. That's it. And what you're saying is, oh yeah, I'm not going to be your friend so that you're not giving your attention for free. But at the same time, you're still leaving the door open, which is the same thing. Because she can still now get your attention when she wants it. Ugh.
But it's like when you first walk away, those first few days or first few weeks, they're fucking nerve-wracking as hell, especially if you really are into the girl. And so you gotta...
Well, if you were really into her and she's not into you, then it's best to move on and find somebody that is into you, isn't it? Not wait around with the door open, waiting to re-attract somebody. That's just sad.
You gotta maintain your strength and stay away from her.
No, I don't think you should hang about in this no man's land and of this swinging door open. Oh, will she like me today or not? I think it's rubbish. I think you don't have to re-attract anybody. I think you should just live your life on your own terms and go out and make yourself happy and not worry about what other people are getting up to.
She doesn't text me as much as she did before, and if she does, it's a very brief message. And I would say that's indicative of the fact that her interest level has dropped. And more than likely, it's because you don't know the material that well in my book. And so you're doing everything right up until the point you get together.
I think the thing is you don't need to read a book to engage with your instincts.
And then when you are with her, there's probably things that you're doing or saying that are turning her off, and that's why you need to bury your face in my book.
Who cares if she's turned on or turned off? I like you. I'd like to take you out for a drink. Would you like to come out for a drink with me? No, I wouldn't. Oh, I'm not sure. Okay, nice to meet you. Hope you have a nice day. Goodbye. Next girl. What's the problem?
Book, you want to read it at least 10 to 15 times, because when you get to know the material that well, then these little mistakes that you're making that you don't even realize it, that are turning her off, you'll stop making those. And so the time when you part ways from at the end of your date or the next day when she leaves and goes home, the amount of time it takes for her to contact you again will actually get shorter and shorter as her interest level starts to go back up. He says, I feel that she's pushing me back. You gotta remember, women are like cats. They're gonna come and go as they please, and sometimes they just get bored and they need to walk away.
I honestly feel like that with this video. I it's 11 minutes 32 seconds. I'm 7 minutes 53 seconds in. I don't know if I'm going to make it.
And it's your inaction, it's the fact that you don't chase after them that causes them to feel attraction for you and to feel desire and to see their interest level and their attraction for you go back up. It causes them to call and contact
Right.
you again.
I'm just going to... I've said enough about this one. Let's look at another one.